Hey guys, Sunday afternoon, gloomy and cold. How are you all doing? Thought I'd come on and do a little splaining. I don't know why I feel like I need to explain, but I don't want people to think poorly of me just because there's some liars running around the community. So I thought I'd come on and talk about some things. Um, let's start with the accusation that I drove drunk last night. Okay. That didn't happen. And you can clearly hear me say that on Tiffany's panel. Uh, you think I felt the need to explain anything to Don or Makeup Mobster or Laura? No, I didn't. But you can clearly hear me say it.
Sorry, I'm trying to get the car unlocked. Wait, where are you going? I don't know. You're not going in the car. Well, you got to stand outside the mother goose. Are you home? No, I'm at the wedding place. You're not driving, are you? She had the wedding to go to today. No, I'm not driving. No. Oh, shit. Okay, you scared me. I wanted to make sure you were scared me too. All right, I'm not driving. Okay, we all feel better now.
Okay, so there's that. Now let me explain a little bit about the wedding. Okay, my niece, not my daughter. Hello, Casey. Hello to everybody. My niece, not my daughter. I don't have a daughter. Okay. She and the man that she's been with for 10 years, who they share a 7 and a 6-year-old with, has been saving. Hello, Casey's in. Brian Clan, TL, Top Cop, Mr. Cardinal, Honor Rose, Lisa 54, Tawanda, Coffee Chat, Toodles, um, Mr. Cardinal, Amanda, T, Dog Mom, Life's a Gem. Okay, so my niece, who's been saving for years, hey, Shannon Uncensored, for this beautiful church wedding with the long white gown and the whole deal. Um, so yeah, did I have a few beers? I did. Am I ashamed of that? No. But let's get down to the nuts and bolts of this. Love you too, Sarah. Um, I'll drop a link here in a minute. But so my niece, who's been saving for years for this big elaborate wedding, and they've had this date set for well over a year. Lo and behold, COVID hits. They're not rich people. They're hardworking people with 2 little boys. So with COVID, hey Jessica, hey Canary, Merrick. So with 2 little boys, I mean, they do what they do to get by. They live okay. Okay. They just bought them their first home, which is where the wedding ended up being held. Okay. So what we did, because she wanted to cancel her wedding altogether, but they had been dipping into their savings, their wedding savings. Yeah, there was no rain, but it was chilly. You can look at my community post and see the bride and groom. But so they've had to dip into their wedding money because, work is slow and her job you can't actually do from home. Um so every time she would have to get into this money, she would cry. And because she knew it was just every time they got into it to make a mortgage payment or, you know, uh, she had to stay home and homeschool the boys and blah, blah, blah. She would cry. Um, so we decided that we were going to make it happen one way or the other. So we did all the decorating. We did it on a budget. Um, had a caterer, just barbecue, coleslaw, kale greens, mac and cheese, that kind of stuff. Um, the kids played. They had s'mores. We had set up a little s'more cart around the fire pit so they could do s'mores. While the kids were doing s'mores, I went outside and got in the car, and it was cold out. I wasn't just going to stand in the cold. Now, remember, I'm at her home. I'm not at a venue like John tried to put out there. And I'm sitting in the car and I clicked on YouTube. I'm charging my phone up. I got my phone plugged in. And I click on YouTube, and there they sit over at Laura's, dragging me, dragging me, dragging me, dragging me. So stupid me, which BTS, you're right. I guess I was 10 foot tall and bulletproof, but I don't like the idea that you're talking behind my back, BTS. So, but I did see your comment, along with a few others, Motley, but I'm not going to call them names. So I'm sitting in the car. I go up on Laura's panel. I have a knockdown drag out with them. Of course, it's all three of them just blah, 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 blah. Going at me, going at me. And I'm glad you thought it was funny because I found it pretty overwhelming. But I made the decision to go up there. So they're just going at me, going at me, going at me. Of course, every time I point out one of Laura's lies, you know what you hear? Whatever, Tracy. Whatever, Tracy. Hey, I did the best I could, but it is what it is. So back to the wedding. So we had this home wedding, okay? And now everybody's running around saying I drank and drove. Let me tell you how I spent my evening, okay? I had, without them knowing, me and a family friend had decorated the basement because they don't have money. They got two little kids. They don't have money to go on a honeymoon. Okay, I apologize. It wasn't behind my back. There you go, BTS. Um, so me and a friend of the family decorated the basement like a honeymoon suite. We put champagne in a bucket and petals, and um, so it was like them like going away. I do stand my ground, but they didn't know this was happening. So after the night had ended and it was time to put the kids down, me and the kids stayed. I told Sarah, my niece, I was like, there's one more surprise for you. You go check it out. It's in the basement. So she went down there. She couldn't believe it. She started crying. I said, I'm going to stay upstairs with the kids and we're going to build a fort in the living room and crash. They had their s'mores. They had been playing in the rain, or not rain, but in the cold mist all day. They were exhausted. They were in their jammies. So I did not drive anywhere. I woke up this morning. I made the newlyweds breakfast in bed. And then I went out in the cold and helped them take tables down and chairs down and lights down and candles and all the decorations, the photo booth, everything. The memorial they had set up for my mom and my dad and my brother and his family that had passed on. Um, so I didn't drink and drive, okay, guys? But I'm 55 years old. I don't really think I owe John or Makeup Mobster or Laura an explanation. But I made it clear on Tiffany Marie's. I wasn't driving. So we're going to nip that rumor in the bud. Okay, full on madness. Get rid of them. Gotta go. Gotta go, Charlie Tro. Go back to your panel. So now the thing is, I'm racist. Okay? I'm racist. I've told you all plenty of times that my family is like a can of mixed nuts. Okay. I am the least racist person. But John just keeps poking and poking and poking and throwing that race card. And, he does it. Just that's what he goes for, man. That's what he goes for every time. So a while back, thank you, Nary. So a while back, John tries to insinuate that I'm a racist. Okay. I'm going to tell it just like Savage just said. I'm not a racist. I don't have to defend this because you don't have to defend something when you're not at. But it's funny to see Makeup Mobster say that I'm racist when, if you go back to before her and John were friends, she actually made the statement, yeah, she she didn't think she was looking very pretty, Amanda T. I had to, it was kind of a teary day. Thank you. Thank you, Michelle. But long, long time ago, Makeup Mobster makes the comment about John Crimes. Says the black folk don't want him no more. Hmm. Do I think Makeup Mobster is a racist? Nope. But that's what she said. Then it hadn't been that long ago. Laura said, well, it's okay if you use the N word as long as you don't use a hard R. And John Crimes came into her chat and said, no, Laura, it's not okay. So do I think Laura's a racist? Nope. Sure don't. But they don't have to defend that any more than I do they? So did I get pissed and throw up the old screenshot of what Makeup Mobster said? I did. I've thrown that screenshot up a couple times. Her and John have obviously moved past that, and that's cool. No problems there. But me and Marissa are the only two in the community that he'll never forgive or get over. Okay, John. I want to see what Amber K is talking about. Well, Laura's over there calling one of Diane's people a transvestite, but that won't get a reaction. Well, I I didn't hear it. I totally trust Laura or Sarah. I know Sarah wouldn't lie. But if that's what she's over there saying, then yeah, let's not forget when she put a backdrop with the N word on it, leaned to the side like her chair was messed up so it could be seen, then pretended she didn't. Yeah. But like I said, I don't know, Laura, Makeup Mobster, or John. Any any explanation as to whether I'm racist or not. So there you go. M's, it was not their dream wedding, but it was it was the best we could do under the circumstances. You know, they seemed happy at the end of the night. I was happy. I'd been had 3 or 4 beers in me, which I'll never live down, y'all. I'm 55 years old. I can't go to a wedding, have a few beers, not drink and drive. But we watch Laura sit in a restaurant, have a giant margarita, climb right in a rental car, and drive home. Nobody says a word. I believe that's the day she went to the funeral. Anyone defending you're racist. Okay. So, hello, Austin James. So, I'm done with that. I don't have to explain anything. I did not drink and drive. I would never do that again. I did it when I was younger and I got caught. Um, and I should have gotten caught. That's right, Life Rewinded. It's not about the wedding, it's about the love. So that's all that's all I got to say to that. Hey, Anna Mary. Hey, Dog Mom. So Makeup Mobster was wondering how my head felt this morning. 2 beers. What will 2 beers do to you anyway? I didn't say 2 beers. I said a few beers. So I didn't say 2 beers. That's the old uh when the cop pulls you over, how many beers you had? Two. Don't ever say two. They never believe it. Here, I want you guys to hear something because somebody's saying that Sarah's lying, and I want to see if Sarah's lying. So hold on.
People over here are talking about her. No, that's a trend that one. You know when I talk to her.
That's the transvestite one.
People over here are talking about her. No, that's a trend that one. You know when I talk to her.
The transvestite one. But that'll slide. That'll slide. Right, D-Rod? And then John wants to go on and on and on. I can't believe you're at the most special day in your lifetime. No, it was my niece. So it was her most special day, John, but it wasn't mine. And her mother was there to help her get dressed. And she had all of the trinkets. Something old, the something new, the something borrowed, the something blue. Yeah, who doesn't drink at a wedding? But whatever. Yeah, see, I don't know anything about that, Amber K. I don't know nothing about the drama community. Have I heard of that name before? Yeah, but I'm the racist. While Laura sits over there and says, that transvestite. Okay. Okay. Oh, here's a good one. Makeup Mobster said in Laura's stream earlier. Oh, here's a good one. I think they were talking about Tiffany or Jules. I don't know who they were talking about. This is a good one. I love this one. Makeup Mobster says, and they always say, do they hear themselves? Do they know what they say? Yeah. Do you? So this is what Makeup Mobster had to say. Let me look for it. I just put it in here. So Makeup Mobster says, she even brought up people's deceased relatives into this shit. She's nasty as F. What? What? As you're setting in that chat? As you're Yarnfield, you can see your way back over to your girlfriends, okay? Because every time you come in here, you spew something. And I just put proof out there that Laura said it. But we've done moved on from that Yarnfield, but they laid dollar short there, girlfriend. So Makeup Mobster says she even brought people's deceased relatives into this shit. She's nasty as F. Makeup Mobster, have you so quickly forgotten the tweets that Laura put out about Randy, her deceased mother, Diane, her deceased sister? Are you kidding me? Anna Mary, I swear I've tried to unblock her. I'm going to go look for her again while we're on here. I cannot find her. I don't see her on my block list. I know she's asked me a dozen times, and a dozen times I've looked. Can somebody get her channel link? If you can get her channel link, I can get one of the mods to drop it or something. Because I've looked and I can't ever find her. When you type in Black Hearted, a lot of stuff comes up. A lot of stuff. So I thought that was funny that Makeup Mobster would make that comment setting in Laura's chat. And I don't even know who she was talking about. Somebody bringing up dead relatives or something. While she's sitting in Laura's chat, I'm like, thank you, Anna Mary. Mar will get it. Poor old Mar. Hey, Julie, Mario. So I did. I thought that was comical. And John, I have you blocked. Oh, I wanted to give a shout out to a person called Paula's Promise because she went over under John's, hey, bless. She went over there under John's community post and she put some truth under there. And John didn't like it very much. No one can unblock her but me. I don't know, Amber K. Mars got some magic powers. Yeah, I watched another creator earlier who kind of called Caslin out pretty hard. Like, don't come back in my chats and unless she's got your login info. Oh, she has everything, Amber K. Hell, I'd give Mar my banking info. I'd give anybody in this chat want my banking info right now because there ain't shit in it. Cheers, Life Rewinded. So I did. I wanted my people to understand. When I say I don't like that saying. I shouldn't say that. You're not my people. You're my supporters. You're my subs. You're my patrons. You're my members. But you're not my people. You're your people. You are you. I shouldn't say that. I hate that. I hate when I shouldn't say that. Bad words. Bad words. But I wanted everybody to know that I just unblocked her, hun. She should be able to chat now. See, I couldn't find her to unblock her, Mar, but thank you. Um, I just wanted everybody to know that I did not drink and drive. Amber and Bless are bullying each other. Okay. Don't don't block them or nothing. Oh, and by the way, the timing out and everything that went on the other day. First of all, um, I love the mod that accidentally did it. She was taken up for me, but it was a little heavy-handed, and I apologize for that. So, Mandolin, Ash274, whoever was, I apologize for that. Hey, Aries. But I love this person, and I think she had her phone in her pocket, and she might have been pocket modding. Bless stole your lunch money. I think you two should just take it out in the schoolyard and work it out, Amber K. Yep, Super Mar to the rescue, always. So, anybody want to come up and talk about how you're feeling about the bullshit show that's been going on? I know a couple people were saying how angry they were. I'm not really angry. Um, I'm not going to apologize for going to my niece's wedding and having a few beers. Um, kindergarten rules. Hey, Blackhearted, finally. Yeah, I know they're playing around. But like I said, anybody want to come up and talk about how they feel about what's going on around the tubes? Because if they think they're getting under my skin, they're sadly mistaken. You think I was treated like shit last night? Well, to be honest with you, Michelle, I probably shouldn't have gone on the panel. So I'm going to take responsibility for that. When you go on a panel with three people that hate you, then you can fully expect to be bombarded. And that's what happened. And I shouldn't have done it. You know, maybe I was 10 foot tall and bulletproof last night, but I'd go on the panel without having a drink in me. When have I ever not gone on somebody's panel and spoke my piece? Yeah, that's just the way it goes around here, Lino from Cork. That's just the way it goes around here. But it's okay. Like I said, I know the people that care about me, they're always like, get down, get down. And I get shitty with them. I'm like, leave me alone. I'm in the middle of battle. But I know these people care about me. And that's the only reason they're texting me and calling me. And okay, Tawana wants to finish drawing her hair and then she'll be here. But people that really care about me, and they're like, some of them give the old slappy face emoji in Messenger or in Discord, and they're like, "Get down off panel." Trust me, it happens every time I go on a panel, and I'm up there with people that can't stand me. Hey, Purple Rain. But like I said, I just felt like, the people that I care about, which are my subs and my supporters, deserve to know that I did not drink and drive. I'm totally against it. Like I said, I did it when I was younger. I got caught. I paid a hefty penalty for doing it. Trust me. Hey, Tracy in chat, you said nothing wrong. Tracy, MM was disgusting the way she talked to you. MM's been kind of disgusting to several people. I mean, I didn't like the way they talked about Marsha before Marsha left, you know, saying shit like, oh, I think she's going to die midstream. But, that's just me. And you guys, you got to go over and watch Serendipity's last video if you haven't. Because I swear I adore Serendipity because as soon as a lie comes out of Laura's mouth, she is on it. And all she does is play Laura's words back to her face. And I love it. They were just assholes. Sorry, not sorry, but they were. It's okay. Like I said, maybe I shouldn't have gone up on the panel. When you go up on a panel with three people that cannot stand you got to be prepared to get attacked. I mean, but I don't want them running around spreading lies like I'm racist, which I'm not. And I'm not going to defend that anymore. I blocked John over that whole fiasco months ago. And the fact that I drank and drove, I didn't do that either. So that's really why I came live, just to let you all know that I don't roll that way. Purple rain, purple rain, purple rain. Hello, Captain Obvious. Hey, Unfiltered. I lost a lot of respect for a lot of people last night, but you weren't one of them. Party on. No, I drink beer and I don't drink hard alcohol. Occasionally I'll drink wine, but when it comes to my alcohol consumption, I used to love to drink a cold beer, but since my health problems, I pretty much I'll probably go 3 or 4 months without drinking. Then I might have a cold beer or two. Shame on me. Happy Sunday. I am so glad to be home and get in my warm, fuzzy jammies. I could not get warm there. Even after me and the boys were all snuggled up in the living room in our little fort that we built with chairs and blankets, I could not get warm. I was so glad to get home this morning. Well, it really turned out to be this afternoon after we got done taking everything down. Everything but the big white wedding tent, and it was wet. I didn't think we should take that down while it was wet. Hello, Keith. I didn't think we should pack that away while it was wet. So I told him just leave it up. Hope like hell the wind don't blow real hard. Who could hate you, Amber Kay? Who in the world hates you? I don't hate anybody. That's the thing. I mean, there's people on here I don't like and that tell stories. That's right, Angel. That's right. But like I said, um, I'm not explaining myself. If you go to a wedding and you don't have a cocktail, then good on you. But I didn't have a cocktail. I just had a damn few beers. Oh, and I don't even call beers cocktails. They're just beers. I'm just so confused on when you were so supposed to. Never, Bethany. That's something he started months ago. I made a comment in a live stream. I am so glad, John. I swear you can go back. It's up. My streams are up. All I said was, I am so glad that John is not getting in the middle of this drama shit. That's what I said. And he somehow or another got so upset about that that he twisted into me being racist. But that's on him, that belongs to him. He can have that. Pansy John loves the lady drama. Yeah, he is kind of a bitch boy. If you look that up in the Urban Dictionary, it does kind of describe him. And then he said, when have you ever known me not to put a man in his place? Oh, like you went at 180 over his disability or called him an albino or whatever. Yeah, that's really putting a man in their place, John. Way to go, dude. What's up, Wanda?
Oh, you big lush. So you went out and had fun and everybody's pissed off, right?
Yeah, well, I went out, had fun, froze my ass off, sat in the car, heard him ratting, spilling shit on me. So, you know me, I jumped on a panel, and that's my fault. If I'd learned to just bite my tongue.
I know it's hard though. It's hard when, people are coming after you, and they're talking about you. It's really hard. I've I've been there, done that. Hi, your main girl. Um, yeah, Trace, you know what I wanted to say, what I'm pissed off about is, can you hear me?
Yeah, you're low, but
Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't have my headphones. I broke them. Imagine that. Anyway, what I'm pissed off
okay.
about is, why all of a sudden is John bringing you up?
I don't know. He's back. I guess he's white knighting for Laura and Makeup Mobster. And that's fine. I don't care.
You haven't said a thing about John. Not a thing.
No, I haven't.
But you know what? His behavior last night? I know a bunch of people who unsubbed and they're done. They're done. I could not believe the way he talked to you. If that's a real man, I would love to have True Helper and him go head to head.
Well, here's the funny thing. How many times have you heard Laura say, men in this community should not go after women like that? I guess John doesn't qualify? Or is it because it was me? How many times have we heard the drama community say, men don't belong in drama?
Yep.
But I guess he needs to grow his drama channel a little bit more. I don't know. Like I said, I've got him blocked I don't know why he decided to just
I just don't know
come at
why
me
all of a
again.
sudden out of the blue you're all of a sudden the target. That's what gets me. Why are you the target?
I don't know. I guess Starlight is all good with John now since he's going after you. She was chumming it up in chat with him.
Oh, that's
I,
nice.
I got news for you. He went a lot harder at me than he did her, and I didn't cry.
Well,
Because that's
I
something
just
John Crimes could never do is make me cry.
well, I would love to see him go up against a man, a real man, a real man, because he has. I mean, he shows nothing, nothing. I mean, I've watched him. I watched what he did to M's. I've I've watched it. I'm it's wrong. I don't know why.
Waterhead says, pointing out all your racist comments to him. Ash274 says, that's a lie.
What?
I don't know. Waterhead came in here and said, pointing out all your racist comments to him. And then Ash274 came in and said, Waterhead, that's a lie.
Hi, Keith. Well,
I don't know, Amber K. He just kept going at me and going at me and going at me. Or you mean what I supposedly said that's racist? He started this months ago. And I have no idea what, because I think I said the word black.
no, you were talking about a community, and you said it was a black community or something like that, and he took it and
No, it was about the protest.
oh,
And I said something about, I said the word black as in black people, but I also followed it up with white people. So I guess that makes me racist. Now, last night I did throw in a little hubcap joke at him because, John can take it.
well, he's
Okay,
never.
ask 274. John can take it. If he can take Laura saying the N word, if he can take Mobster saying the black folk don't want him in their community anymore, then John can take a little jab about a hubcap, can't he?
Well, he took a few jabs at you.
Oh, a lot of jabs. And he
Yeah,
continues to.
not just about your race, about your age, about your looks, about
Oh, I know.
everything.
And said my nostrils were big. Are you kidding me, John? I have the smallest nose. I can barely
Obviously,
get
he's never
glasses
seen a
to set
picture
on
of
them.
you. I don't think I don't think he has any room to talk about anybody's nose.
Yeah, because he's got a schnoz on him, don't he?
Yeah, he does. So he doesn't need to talk
But I
about
don't want to
people's
go
noses.
after his looks. I don't.
No,
I
I
really
don't
don't want to
either.
stick.
That's what I said. You didn't say. I mean, I didn't hear the hubcap thing, but then again, I
I did
wasn't.
make a comment about hubcaps. But there was so much screaming and hollering. And I mean, I had it coming from everywhere. Well, except for Laura. Because when I pointed out her lies, all she said was, whatever, Tracy. Whatever, Tracy.
Hi,
Whatever.
Smokey P. Thank you, honey. Yes, I cammed up, but I still took shit. They still make fun of you. It doesn't matter. If you cam up, you get made fun of. If you don't cam up, you're a pussy. So what do you do? What do you do?
Oh, and how bright his teeth were. He does have nice white teeth, Susan. Yeah, he was trying to get me to go there. You're right. Don was definitely trying to get me to go there. That's what he
Oh,
does, though.
but Tracy, they were all baiting you last night. They were baiting you. They were taking advantage of the fact
Hey, hairstylist.
that you had a couple drinks. They knew you were mad. They knew you were pissed off, and they wanted to, it was gaslighting at its finest. Hi, Bethany. Thank you, honey. I just, they just baited you and baited you and baited you. And they did it. They did it because they knew, Tracy was enjoying a wedding. That you went up on you went up on Tiffany's panel. And that was, all of a sudden, what's going to happen if you say anything about Tiffany. And
Well,
so
and I'm not white knighting for Tiffany.
I
But
know you're not white knighting for Tiffany.
as
I
I've
know you're
explained
not.
a dozen times, Tiffany hasn't shit in my yard. The one time she shit in my yard, she came over and cleaned it up. You
Yeah.
know, me and Tiffany we communicated before she hooked up with Laura and them. After she hooked up with Laura and them, and I saw her behavior that I didn't care for, but I don't get in the middle of Tiffany Marie's and Ash 274 and all their beef. Tiffany Marie can take care of herself.
Well, I'm not getting in their beef at all. I don't want to have anything to do with it. It's their, war. I've watched these wars happen so many times, and people go in and white knight, they get hurt, they get stomped on, and then they make up, and then you're the asshole, you know.
But
So
keep in mind, Tiffany Marie has never asked me to go
no.
to defend her either.
Well,
She has my phone number. If she wanted to call me, well, she did call me to apologize. But if she wanted me to, say, hey, let me get on get on my side.
well, I've seen the hypocrisy happen. I mean, this morning, you know, I guess, somebody went real life on who, and all of a sudden everybody's in an uproar. Was anybody in an uproar whenever Rel went real life on Brian? You know, I want to know why it's right for one person and not right for the other person. My personal opinion, nobody should go real life with anybody.
Yeah,
Period.
you never see Laura defuse. And I mean, that's how she gets her views, is to sit there and fan the flames, fan the flames.
Yep.
I don't know how she doesn't run out of breath. But I did hear about what you're talking about, Tawanda, and it's another thing I won't get in the middle of.
Yeah, I don't want to get in the
Uh,
middle of it either, but I just, because there's somebody that I absolutely adore, which is Jenny Jen Jen. She's being dragged into this and had nothing to do with it. So
Thank
anybody
you,
who
Tiffany.
drags Jenny Jen Jen, you're wrong. She had nothing to do with anything.
Stephanie Brown says, yes, everybody was in a uproar and called Rel out. Really? I don't remember you going on his panel, Steph, and calling him out. I don't remember you calling him on the phone.
No, in fact, I see a lot of people over at in Rel's cheering him on.
I sure
Go for
did,
it.
Corey's house cat. I sure did go after her looks. I got real damn tired of being attacked about my looks.
Well, that person needs to be gone. Jesus.
I like Jenny Jen Jen. Nobody's going to change my mind on that. I don't like
Mine
the
either.
person that's I don't like the person that's talking about them. So there's no problem here. I'll continue to support Jenny Jen Jen, and I don't support the person that's talking about them. So easy peasy. Easy peasy. I never cheered the fuckery on either, Steph.
I didn't
Hey,
either.
Dragon's Law.
As much as me and Brian hate each other's guts, you don't go after his job, and you don't go after his family. When he went after on Facebook, and I'll say this as long as days are long, when people called his job, he was on, if you remember this right, Tracy, he was on Facebook Live at his job. That's how people found out where his job was. And I told him, when you go on Facebook Live and you're at your job, people are going to call your job.
Yeah. Well, you all remember that when uh me and Rel, we had a lot of conversations. And I told him, I was like, dude, just do your crime, do your true crime.
Yeah.
Because he's good at it. He gets some really good interviews and shit.
Yeah. And
But
do his
and he
prison
did it. He
interviews.
did it for a while. Then he went right back at going at Brian. And I messaged him and I said, I don't want no part of this. I'm going to step away before somebody gets hurt. He was cool with it. I was cool with it. Done. Uh, Stephanie, I wouldn't call me I mean, did I communicate with Rel? I sure did. And did I tell him I wasn't about to go along with whatever he was doing to Brian? I did. Would you like to see the messages? And I believe Rel will tell you that. I told him, as long as what's going on and somebody is getting into someone else's real life, I'm not going to support it. When you go back to true crime, hit me up. Rel won't lie, and neither am I. No, I haven't been in Rel's. Because
No.
when the, hey, Shauna, when the stuff was going on with Brian, and you all know how well me and Brian get along. Although he did make me a little cutesy video, I still don't understand it. But
I know. I was
when
kind of taken back at
when
that too.
things were getting real life, when things were getting real life, is when I backed away from it.
Yep, me too.
Brian has been wrong before. Hey, you won't get no argument out of me.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Angel Roth. But I did go back. I went when they kept going at my looks. I kind of made a couple jabs about them too. So, in all fairness, you know,
Yeah, you guys were kind of going tit for tat last night.
and it's not like I woke up this morning going, "Them bitches," I'm gonna go after them. I woke up saying, "Well, you went up on their panel, so we've all been wrong before. We are all human at the end of the day." Yes, ma'am, Steph. I totally agree with that.
Yeah. I knew it was a bad idea when you were up there. I texted you during get down, get down. But,
I
I
know.
figured you had some, you've taken about as much shit as you're going to take. And I think that it just finally came to a head and you wanted to say your story. So guess what? You said your whatever you wanted to say and it's done and over with. And so now if they want to make content out of it for the next 3 weeks,
No,
have
Steph.
fun.
I didn't. I didn't wake up with a headache. I didn't drink enough to have a headache, but I know what you mean. Hold on, Tawanda. Wally's barking, so
Okay.
keep it keep it going, Tawanda.
Okay. All right. Stephanie, we were all entertained. I don't know if I was entertained, Stephanie. I was a little concerned because, I mean, you know how whenever you drink, you're either a really happy drunk or you're a mad drunk. There's no in between. Well, I think that she was very happy in the beginning, and then when people started saying stuff, it just kind of went the other way. Yes, Tracy does own her stuff. She does own her stuff. She knows that but it is what it is. We can't change what has happened. We can only change what we're going to do the next day. I'm usually a happy drunk, but I'll tell you if something um if something happens or something that you want to get pissed off about happens, yeah, you can get pissed off and sometimes it gets ugly. It is what it is. People are all different. We're all different. The thing is though that with anybody saying that Tracy was driving while she was drunk, that's so stupid. Tracy doesn't do that. Anybody who knows her knows that it's wrong. I don't know why we're talking about that in here, Rev, because that has really nothing to do with any of this. But okay. Anna Mary, hi, honey. How are ya? Ems, I'm a happy drunk. I'm a happy drunk. And usually I'm a sick drunk because as soon as I drink, I get happy, then I usually puke.
Sorry, I really did have to check on my beans. Swear, I did. I got a pot of Great Northern beans going. So,
Oh, yum. You got bacon and onions in them?
uh, no, not all. I don't know. I put onion flake because I don't want to bite into a real onion because it's a texture thing, man. I can't bite into an onion. I
I
just
know, but well, I guess I do mine in the Instapot. You need to get
don't
one.
have an Instapot. I've got to get one.
I'm gonna get you one. I swear.
Christmas is coming. The goose is getting fat. Please put a penny in the old man's hat. If you haven't got a penny, a half a penny will do. If you haven't got a half a penny, God bless you. You
So
never heard that?
no, I gotta tell you what happened last night, Tracy. Okay, so you know how I don't smoke pot or anything because pot was never. I think I've said this before. It never liked me, made me really paranoid.
I like
So,
pot.
well, I
I
would
don't
like it.
smoke it, but
I like what it does to other people, but it doesn't do the same thing to me. I think it's because I'm so ADD. So I got given this. I got given. That is really bad English. Oh well. I was given this. I call it pot cream. I don't know what it's called, but it's got, it's got all the stuff in it because it came from a pot store and it's legal here in our state. So I actually wanted to try it out because I know Serendipity's been having problems, and I was wondering if something like that would help her with her hip. So I I they it's called Dragon something. And so
Dragon's Law?
no, it's not Dragon's Law.
Damn it, Dragon. I thought you had a pot named after you.
It's Dragon something. And so anyway, my knees always hurt, always, because I work on the cement
Hey, Betty
continually.
Boop.
So I put it on my knees and I'm like, oh my God, that felt so good. So then I'm like, oh, my hands. So I put it on my hands. Next thing I know, I got it on my feet. I got it on my back.
Okay, how I see it. Please don't delete me the truth. Would you please apologize for the hubcap comment? I just know you realize that was way too far. I will apologize. I apologize for the hubcap comment. Now, do you think that you can go over there and ask John to apologize for attacking my looks? Just asking for a friend, me. But I will. I will apologize for the hubcap comment if that offended you. Because that's never my point, is to offend you.
So anyway, back to my pot story. So I think they
Sorry.
should I think they should make this pot stuff that you take a bath in it because it works so great. It's the best ever. It's the best stuff. I don't know how you can get it legally to somebody who's not in a state that way though. Do you know?
Okay. I know we're trying to talk about pot. Stephanie Brown says, I do think that it wasn't nice to bring Makeup Mobster's hubs into it. He is an innocent bystander in all this. Well, I would agree with you, Steph, except Makeup Mobster has brought my kid into it. So, I mean, I guess we're going tit for tat there. But you're right. Her husband shouldn't be brought into it because, well, I mean, that's not cool. But when she goes after my son, I get a little grouchy. Sorry.
Yeah. They need to leave your son alone. Period.
Oh, did you see the troll that came in?
Yes, I went in and I went in and reported him.
Oh,
So
did you?
yeah,
Somebody got the link, but it had channel had
actually,
been deleted immediately.
well, Tiffany Marie got it.
Oh, did she? I don't know who got it, but like I said, you're right, Steph. Two wrongs don't make it right, but I did it, and as long as they continue to say things about stick a needle in your arm and die, I'll probably continue to say things that they don't care for. I'm not over the fact that Laura used a thumbnail of an arm with a needle sticking in it to go after my son. So I guess I'm just a little grouchy. when it comes to that.
Yeah, I've never heard any of them apologize to you, Tracy. I know that, people demand apologies from you. I have yet to hear. I can count on one hand how many times I've ever heard that person apologize. And it was never to the person that she was supposed to apologize to. It was always to her Patreons and her members. It was never to the people who she should have apologized to.
Now,
And
I don't
Tracy,
want
I've
an
heard,
apology. If I have to ask for an
I
apology,
know.
and I'm not getting on the person that just came in there that I see it or whatever, but if I have to ask for an apology, it's probably not going to be a true blue apology. Jules, MM talked about my hubby. Now, see where it goes here, and I don't, I don't like that
Well,
talking about
I've
people's.
heard people's homes talked about. I've heard their, where they live talked about. I've heard that if they go into that they have to go to a food bank. I'm telling you that thank God for food banks. When my kids were little, or we might have starved. I was a single mom with two kids, and
Yeah,
yeah,
I don't
I
like going
had
there.
to.
How I see it. Exactly. When I heard the food bank comments and all of that, I was like, really? I mean, I grew up in the projects, born and raised. We got out of them when I was, I don't know, maybe 7, but doesn't make me bad people. People who live in the projects are just hardworking people just trying to get by.
I know. And now, with the food bank the way it is, because I did get help, I help. Now I can help. But, I don't think anybody should talk about anybody's home, how they live, where they live. It's none of their business.
I agree. And I don't think people should go after each other's families. And I did. But I've been pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed. And this is a person who has spoke of my son. And I guess I just have a little grudge going. And I agree, 2 wrongs don't make it right. Totally agree with you. But as Steph said earlier, we're all human. We all make mistakes. And I'll continue to be human and I'll continue to make mistakes. I can only try to work on it. I am a work in progress.
Aren't we all? Aren't we all a work in progress? Hey,
But when
shit.
it comes to my son, eh, can't I just can't move past it that quickly. You know, when you want to call me a racist, and I'm the furthest thing from a racist, it gets a little under my skin. When you want to say I was out drinking and driving when I wasn't, I'm probably going to make a pretty bad jab at you too, because that's a pretty bad jab to make at somebody. That's a pretty bad rumor to put out there. I
That's a
told
bad
you,
rumor.
I drank, I drove when I was younger, and I paid a hell of a consequence for it. Thank God nobody got hurt.
Well,
As a matter of fact, thank God another vehicle wasn't involved. So I learned my lesson. I don't do it. I made it clear on Tiffany Marie's panel that I was not drinking and driving.
well,
But
I knew you wouldn't be
John wants
drinking
to
and
sit over
driving.
there and act like he knows everything. That I was at um, a reception hall or whatever. No, I was at my niece's house.
I just don't know why he's involved in this. He said he doesn't want to do drama. He said he's not about drama. And yet he's right in the middle of the drama.
I agree. I just don't know why he's pointing it at me. You know how many people go after Laura and Makeup Mobster in this community? But he wants to come at me for it? Well, John, you're not going to make me cry. Okay, I can promise you that. You will not make me cry. Now, I blocked you, and a week ago, you had to start talking about me again.
Like I said, I would love to see him go one on one with True Helper, a real man, and talk about real issues and see where it goes. Because I
Agree,
know,
Amber Angel
you know,
Roth. I agree. Food banks are there to help people, and no one should be ashamed to ask for help when
that's
needed.
right.
Yeah, I mean, what do we want to see people go hungry? So, does it make you a bad person if you're down on your luck and you have to go to a food bank? Does that make you a bad person?
No, and I know
Right.
that, and
John, watch some football, man.
I know
Hey,
right
Terry
now,
Lynn.
I know right now, the shelves are empty at the we. There's a church that it's called Saints Pantry, and we try to help them out as much as we can, and we get notices all the time. Can you do this? Can you do that? Because I mean, times are tough right now with the COVID thing. There's
Sure it
families
is.
really struggling.
Sure it is. When this started, I went to the grocery. I could only find one pack of hamburger, and it was 3 pounds, and it was almost $20.
I know it's ridiculous what
I
they're
can't
charging
afford
for
that.
that. My dad, he takes
I bought
his.
it, but I can't afford. I mean,
Well, daddy takes his, and he, we'll have one that's a all hamburger, and we take it down there and put it in 1 pound packages, for the families. I mean, we pay back. We pay back. We don't put down people who are struggling.
well, my mom always taught me, if you're looking down at someone, it should be because you're extending a hand. I don't
Well,
judge people by their money, by the cars they drive, by the homes they live in. I think that's stupid shit.
that is stupid shit.
What home you're sitting, my mom always said, you can make a home out of anything. Keep it clean, coat of paint, probably some god ugly wallpaper. Sorry, God. Because my mom was always into wallpaper. But she was just a firm believer that you can make a home out of anything. And there was a lot of times we did.
Yeah, but
Read
at
my
least
comment
at least
above.
guess what? They're cooking for their kids because they don't get, pizzas at the food bank. At least they have the love to sit and cook for their kids. They no, I'm not going to go there. I'm just because I'm going to get ugly and it's not nice to be ugly.
Okay, Tiffany says, I would like to donate money to someone who is in need of food, simply for the comments that were made about needing to use food pantry. If anyone is in need, I will purchase a prepaid gift card. Um,
That's
if
nice.
if anybody is in need or you know someone's in need, all you have to do is hit me up in my email, which is in my about section, and I'll silently send it over to Tiffany without letting anybody know who you are. Got it? Does that sound right? Because
That
you can do
sounds
electronic gift cards.
that's not
So,
I
if you
thought
don't want your info out there, whatever. If you're hurting, you need to go to the grocery, hit us up. The money we raised the other night for the no-kill shelter, it wasn't a lot. It was less than 100, but I said I'd round up and take it to 100. I will be forwarding that to Samara because she found the no-kill shelter in Michigan in honor of Ziggy, and I'll post all the receipts on my community page. So everybody can see what was made in super chats. Um, Stop Animal Cruelty sent a PayPal for the animals. Might have been another PayPal. I can check I haven't touched my PayPal because that's the only thing in it is what we raised for the animals. So I haven't touched it. And I will be posting the receipts. We'll either do a live stream where Samara can come up and tell you what shelter she used, what have you. I mean, it wasn't a lot, but maybe $100 at Christmas time towards some animals, you know, maybe it'll help. buy some dog
I'll
food or
bump it up to 150. How's that?
well, you don't have to do that, Twanda, but
No, I'll do an extra 50. Well, I wanted to see where it went, so I'll do I'll do I'll bump it up to 150, and it, every little bit helps.
yeah.
Because it's for Ziggy.
Yeah, it's in honor of Ziggy. I mean, I would like to actually, if I can talk to Samara when she gets the receipt from the donation, if it could actually read in honor of Ziggy.
That'd be nice.
I mean, I don't want to put her real name on it, but we can use Ziggy.
We can use Ziggy.
So
Yeah, like M says, it'll help feed some animals. Of course it will.
hopefully, maybe it'll get one adopted. Who knows? Maybe it can be used toward somebody's adoption fees. I don't know. It'll, whatever they do with it, it'll help an animal. So who cares? Y'all know how many people on here are afraid to accept offers like these because they have witnessed what happens when friends fall out. I understand that, breaking the silence, but if you don't feel comfortable, then I get that too. I mean, if you're hungry and you need help, the offer was made. Um, if you don't feel comfortable doing it, I understand that too. So, haven't seen Greta. There she is. Hey, Greta. Jennifer Marie.
Jennifer Marie, she's a sweetie.
Lives can change in the blink of an eye due to no fault of your own. No one is exempt from hardships happening. It doesn't. Very well spoken, Aries. Very well spoken. Take it from somebody who has lost everything twice, not once in their life, but twice. I had a house burned to the ground that I was renting. Of course, I didn't have renter's insurance. Why would I be a responsible young person and have renter's insurance? Uh, yeah,
Hi,
I mean, why
British
would I do that?
Chippy. British Chippy's in here. Hi, honey.
Hey, British Chippy,
I love her. She's awesome.
spacey crazy. So I had a house burned down just not long after my mother passed away. Lost
God, that must have been
everything.
hard.
Lost everything.
Did you
Started
lose?
over.
Did you lose pictures, baby
Everything.
pictures?
All of
Oh
Chance's
God.
trophies.
Oh my God.
Um,
I
the
would have
only
died.
good thing about the pictures were, when the school pictures come in and you send them out to family,
Yeah.
they gave them back to me.
Oh, that was good. That's good.
I lost his trophies, ribbons, anything he had ever done sports wise.
How did the fire start?
It was electrical. And thank goodness we should have been home.
Oh my God.
Normally on a Thursday night we would have been home, but his dad had called and asked to take him to the BMX bike race, and that he would just get him up for school the next day and take him to school. And I had went out with the guy I was dating, left my car at home, so it looked like we were home. One man broke his arm trying to bust through the window to get to us.
Oh wow.
A neighbor.
God bless him, huh?
Yeah, I didn't know all this until I got a call the next day because I wasn't home, thank God, and neither was my son, thank God. But it is what it is. It's it's horrible, but it happens to so many people, and it really happens a lot around the holidays. So, guys, be careful, especially if you're going to get a real Christmas tree. Please keep it watered. You
Yeah.
know,
British Chippy just said that she has her best mate looks like me. She said she almost dropped her cup.
I
They
think
say that you have somebody, that looks just like you somewhere. But that's where my I don't my I'm I did that DNA test, through the ancestry. And here I thought that because of my last name, I thought I was mostly German, but I'm not. I'm Irish and Scottish and English.
Sip tea with Marie said she'll pitch in too, but on the card if somebody needs it, as far as a grocery card or whatever. Um, Sip, if I get any word back that somebody needs help, I've got your email. I'll email you. And like I said, it can be totally confidential. You know, Tiffany doesn't have to know who you are. I mean, obviously somebody has to know who you are, because how else are we going to get it to you? But then again, I understand, like BTS said, that some people don't feel comfortable doing that because of things that's gone down in the past. I get it.
Yeah,
Get that.
I get it too. That's
Hey,
that's a shame.
chickpeas.
That's a shame.
I'm not
I
doing
know.
those DNA things, Amber K. No way. I think the government gets those.
Oh, you know what though? I found a first cousin that I never knew, so I thought it was pretty cool.
A
Her
first
and I.
cousin?
Uh huh.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I'm not doing. I don't want to find anybody. Okay. I mean, I'm 55 years old. A few years back, I might have wanted to find somebody, but now I don't. Whoever, I hope they're out there living their best life.
Well,
But
we kind of did it for my dad because he doesn't know a lot of his roots. And so we did it for him and we have found out a lot. Oh, look at Jennifer Marie said, my cousin found a sister he didn't know he had. So now I have a new cousin. That's pretty cool.
well, I love success stories. Yay. But mine would be, I would find a long lost serial killer brother. Something crazy would happen.
I
Then
don't believe that.
he'd get out of jail and he'd have to come and live with us, and it'd be like, oh fuck, frick. I don't even like frick either. The truth, you sound like my mom. She thinks those DNA things are. Hey, let me tell you something. Don't think the government can't get a hold of them.
Oh, I know they can, but they don't want me.
But you know
Trust
what?
me.
If you ain't wanted for nothing, then
I know they don't want me. They don't want me. Trust me.
Now hell, now if you're a felon, you have to. I mean, if you go into prison, you have to give up your DNA.
Yeah,
So
but I think that's smart. That's smart for people going into prison. I'm sorry, but I think there's a lot of unsolved murders out there, and so they found quite a bit because of those DNA tests. So you
yeah,
never
well,
know.
they need to concentrate on the frickin' COVID right now, because I keep reading where it's making a comeback, and it's really starting to piss me off.
Well, they
I mean,
keep
I know
saying
it's
it's
winter
making a
time.
comeback, but I don't know. I don't trust anybody. I don't trust.
I know, I don't know who to believe either.
I don't either.
One day it's one thing, the next day it's another. Purple Rain says, I found a cousin that they listed as my mom's first cousin, but it was because they go by DNA percentage. Turns out she was my half uncle's long lost daughter he didn't know about.
Wow.
Uh, you took the word right out of my mouth. I was just getting ready to say, wow.
Wow.
Hello, mac and cheese. I'm sitting here with a fever and chills, feeling awful, waiting for COVID results. So in the end, health is what.
Oh,
Oh, mac and
mac and
cheese.
cheese.
I hope
Mac,
they come back negative.
mac and cheese. I'll I'll say some prayers, babe. I'm sorry.
I hope they come back negative. If they
They
do come back positive, mac and cheese, I hope it's like a very, very mild case of it.
well, I
But
know
then
that
now
it's.
I'm seeing people saying you can get it more than once. I thought you couldn't get it more than once.
I know. I thought you couldn't either.
That's why I don't know what to believe anymore. But
I know.
prayers for mac and cheese, man. I
I
hope
know.
it's just a cold.
Mac and cheese has been with us for a long, long
A long
time.
time.
Mac and cheese is one of the first people that I met on through YouTube that would even say hi to me.
Wait a minute. Is Anna Mary saying she got it again or something?
What?
I'm going back. Stephanie Brown, it's been a living nightmare. We are on lockdown again. See, I get to talking and I forget chat. Sorry. Well, Anna Mary, whatever you're going through, because I can't find the comment.
You
I'm
okay,
so
Anna Mary?
sorry.
I love Anna Mary. She is.
I think we're all going to go back into lockdown too again. I
We
really
have.
do.
Well, it's not locked down for me whenever it happens.
It's me, Vito. I'm going through it. I could use
Oh, Helen just said
prayers.
no, that it's Anna Mary's brother caught COVID for the second time.
Oh, well, it's me, Vito is also asking for prayers, guys. He said he's going through it too.
Oh, man.
Today is Ziggy's actual anniversary. Her heaven, well, the day we found out she went to heaven.
Yeah.
Is it? I thought we didn't find out until early November. I don't know. It doesn't matter. We missed her from the last time we talked to her, so yes, definitely prayers for Vito. Both of her brothers.
Oh
Wow,
my
Anna Mary.
God. Jeez.
Mr. Cardinal says a lot of people had the sickness in January, but the antibody cost $3K and insurance doesn't cover it. I wish I could get tested. I agree with you, Mr. Cardinal. I believe a lot of people had it.
I think I
Wasn't
had it
aware of
last
it. I
November.
do too, Twanda. I think you had it.
Yeah. And if I could give antibodies, I'd give them for free.
I agree, Steph. It is so sad to see how people are affected by this. It's so scary. We're talking about the wedding. What do? They make a mask that have their initials and a heart on it. And they were there when you walked in. Well, you didn't walk in because it was outside. But when you went through the gate,
It was
it
so
was there on a really pretty decorative table with hand sanitizers and masks. Who would have ever dreamed that at your wedding you'd have to have hand sanitizers and masks?
mad. I love that little plaque that they had too out front for the ones who couldn't be with us, your relatives that had passed.
Oh, yeah.
That was cool. That was pretty. I mean, that was very thoughtful, you know.
Anna Mary says, the truth, my brothers are extremely healthy. This is the second time they have got it, and it has brought them to their knees. I am so sorry, Anna Mary. And I hate the fact that now I'm finding out you can get it twice. So I'm going to have to take my medicine.
I
I'm going to
told you,
buff up.
Tracy, you need to stay up with zinc anyway.
Yeah.
You
And
know.
see, I get lazy and I quit. I quit taking the zinc. I quit taking the vitamin C, the B12. I've got all of that stuff, but I just get lazy and I quit taking it. But I need to start again.
Just get back on a regimen of it and, I mean, act like you have to with all your other medicine. I mean, I have to get up and take a thyroid pill every day. I know I have to take it. So that's what you have to do. You have to get up and take it.
M said, we just had our first immediate exposure found out yesterday. Hopefully it will continue to stay the F away from us. Yes, hopefully it will, M's.
No kidding. Ems has had enough going on in her life. She doesn't need any of that shit near her.
No, nobody needs that. Like I said, I think a lot of people have had it previously. Maybe it's just certain people that don't build antibodies to it, like Anna Mary's two brothers. Maybe their body didn't build up enough antibodies to it to not get it the second time around. I mean, there's always hope.
Yeah. Well, I have, when they took my thyroid out, and because I have Hashimoto's, my
Wow,
immune
Chickapee. I'm
my
sorry.
immune system sucks. I always say if somebody goes, if they have, if they go near you and toot, I get gas. It happens. So, but I've seen, I've
Hey,
been
Rebel
around.
Rose.
I've been around the public, and most of the time in the meat room, I'm not wearing a mask or whatever. It's because I'm so hot. Oh, I mean, it's you can't always wear a mask, and thank God none of us have got it.
Pugwashing said there's different strands of the virus, just like there's tons of forms of the flu, so you can catch it more than once. Yes, that makes sense.
Oh yeah.
That makes sense. Love check. Sarah says I was born with hypothyroidism, and it's been a long battle for 41 years. Sorry, Sarah.
Oh yeah, I know that feeling.
Yep, that's what I do, Anna Mary. C, D, and zinc.
It looks like somebody tried to cut my throat because they have my thyroid.
C, D, and zinc. That's my thing. Which,
Yep.
as soon as I hang up here, I'm going to eat me some C, D, and zinc.
Yes, and you need to stay with that, Trace. And I don't want you getting all freaked out again, though, because I don't know. I mean, it's just like if you Google on your phone, you put in a number and you say new cases, it'll bring up new cases. I mean,
This isn't Sarah. My name is Ireland. Oh, well, I would have never guessed that, Love Shack. Sugar Shack. Oh, I'm sorry. Wow, I did call you Sarah because there's another person in the community that has. I didn't read your whole name properly. I'm sorry.
oh, I thought it was Sarah too.
I did too. I didn't read the whole name properly.
I didn't either, but everybody changes it and makes new. Yeah, she's Love Shack, Sugar Shack, isn't she?
The person in the chat is Love Shack Sugar Shack, and their name is Ireland.
Yeah, but Sarah used to be Sarah Smiles. That's what her name is too.
Purple Rain, your comment accidentally got deleted. It says I have hyperthyroidism along with a shit ton of other good health issues. Good times. I know you do, Purple Rain. I think about you all the time.
I do too. She doesn't live too far from me, I don't think. I know that we live in the same state. And I swear that one day I'm going to get to go have coffee with that girl. She's a doll.
I'm still treating this like everyone has go. That's the way to go, lurker. That's the way to go. I rarely leave the house, so I can tell you that if I get it, it was destiny because I don't hardly go anywhere. Did I go to a wedding yesterday? Yeah. Did I wear a mask the entire time? No, because I was outdoors and I was trying to do 6 feet. But I did make a fort with the 2 kids. So who knows?
Angel Pepper said that Ziggy was found November 5th, but no
Yeah.
one is 100% sure when she died. Closest we can figure is October 25th to November 1st. I remember that, Pepper, because I remember we were all looking for her. She
Well,
said
remember the last day she typed in Discord was October 25th.
right, she was going to be off the internet for a little
Yep.
bit, she said.
Yep. But either way, fly high, Ziggy. Fly high.
Well, I know she's in heaven talking.
I don't think
That's
she had an
fine.
enemy in the world.
I don't either. She was the kindest person.
KD, parathyroidism, fibromyalgia, and a load of other medical issues. I only go out unless I absolutely need to. Oh my God.
I'll tell you what, your thyroid, I never realized that your thyroid controls everything in your body. It really does. It
Hello,
can
Kelly the Advocate.
it can cause a multitude of problems.
Yeah, it just sucks. I want it over with. I like pray every single night. I've always prayed every single night, even when I'm drinking. God even listens to me then. But even if I just say a quick thank you, God, for keeping everybody safe or whatever, I always say a quick prayer at night. It's just, I can't go to sleep unless I do. But since this has come on, of course, it's always part of my prayer. And I just really want it to go away. I don't want to lose any more people. I don't want people to lose any more of their loved ones. I don't, I don't want kids I just want it to go away. So I just keep praying. I don't know what else to do.
It was so cute the other morning, Tracy. My granddaughters, their daycare provider, she had to be shut down a couple days because they were testing one of the kids, and so
Canary.
the kids are all doing school, over the internet. And so here they were in the break room at work because my son works for us, and so does my daughter-in-law. And here is my 5-year-old granddaughter. She's standing up to do the Pledge of Allegiance. Isn't that cute on
Ah,
her little computer? And I mean, I got tears in my eyes, and I went, well, at least they still do the Pledge of Allegiance. you know, I just, it was so cute. But I mean, can you imagine? She's in kindergarten. Kindergarten is a place where they learned how to, where they learn how to socialize,
Kim.
and having to
I'm sorry.
learn at a
I'm sorry,
break room.
Tawanda. Kim Machowski or whatever. No one in here has to take a link in anyone else's stream if they don't want. So we're not gonna start that.
And you
Trust
know
me.
what? If
I took a
somebody,
link last night.
yeah, if somebody, I said it wrong last time and I got made fun of, summoned me to a
Exactly, Stephanie
panel,
Brown.
I would tell them I have my own panel, and if you want to come to my panel, you can come to mine. But I would never go somewhere where somebody tells me I need to go.
Oh, I get suckered in all the time. But
I
I
know
fall
you
for
do.
it. But I fall for it.
I don't fall for it.
I
Don't
do.
do it. Don't do
The
it.
first time I fell for it was Diana Wendy's when they caught me on that troll account, changing the name on the troll account.
Yeah.
And they were talking about me, and I was like, shit, I might as well just face the music.
Oh yeah.
Drop a link.
Something like that. Something like
Drop
that.
a link.
Yeah. It's good to go. I mean, if it's, but for, are you kidding? I mean, they're just starting stuff with, they just, they gotta start stuff, and they don't need to. And Kimberly, you need to stop it. Stop it.
Did you hear that? You stop it. You stop it now.
God, you know,
We're just
what
sitting
is
here
she
chit
doing? It's
chatting.
her business to do that. Just stop it. I'm sure Tiffany Marie is very well aware of it. She's a big girl.
Michelle says, I wouldn't let anyone summon me like a dog. And Stephanie Brown says, the truth will face anything, that's for sure. Yeah, but I get suckered. I mean, I allow that to happen. So I've only got me to blame. You know, if I
Yeah,
take a link on a panel, and I said this earlier, if I take a link on a panel and 3 people up there absolutely despise me, then it's a pretty sure bet it's not going to go my way.
I know. I'm like,
So
here they got 3 people yelling at you. You couldn't get a word in edgewise. I just was like, Trace, just leave. But I knew you needed to blow off some steam too, so I got it.
my son, who's 16, 10th grade, has broken down twice already because of this COVID. My other son, who has lost 2 friends due to OD in the last 2 months, 2020, has got to go. I agree, Puppy Cat. And I think people forget
Ugh.
that young people are really suffering mentally from this as well. It's not just the grown-ups. Like Stephanie
Well,
Brown said, kids might never even know school as they once knew it. Uh, Imagine being your typical elementary kid that gets up every morning and goes to school, and then boom, you wake up one day and you're told you can't go to school because it might make you sick. And I mean, this has affected so many people in so many ways, financially, spiritually, emotionally, it just, people that couldn't go to church. And I don't need to go to church. I can sit on my bed and pray. So I don't necessarily got to sit in a particular building to do it. But
I
yeah,
know.
just go into the grocery store. You're right, Michelle. We're back to mandatory mask. Um,
Oh,
they
we've
had
been
made it.
mandatory mask. We have
See,
been.
we were in stage 5, which was our last stage, and mask was recommended for those who have underlying health conditions and the elderly, and the stores were no longer forcing you to wear them. That lasted like 1 week. Now we're back to mandatory mask. So,
Yeah, we are too.
which
I
it
hate.
didn't matter. Even when they weren't mandatory and I had to go somewhere, I still went.
I wear them. I always. But what happens to me? I get out of my car. I head towards the door and go, "Oh shit!" Turn around.
Oh, Rebel Rose Jade has to have neck surgery on November 5th. My goodness, I hope it goes okay. Actually, my nephew's having neck surgery tomorrow, I believe. So I'll be saying prayers for you along with him. Hello, Caslin. Happy Sunday. Yes, I'm safe, Caslin. I did not drink and drive, but I am safe. But thank you, Caslin, for thinking about me. Listen to Lolly.
I know. I
He's
hear.
all right. I really do have to go check on my beans. So I did want to come on here and explain that I did not drink and drive. And I don't suggest anybody drink and drive. Um, yeah,
Kimberly,
I'm getting ready to
you know
shut
what?
down.
I'm going to tell you what to do as long as you're in Tracy's chat. You come over here spewing crap, and I'll say it if I want to. Now stop it. You don't need to do it. Obviously, Tiffany knows what is being said.
It's okay,
Now,
Caslin.
put on your little shoes and walk out the door, Kimberly. Ugh,
Well, I mean, just don't come into my chat, Kimberly, and start
Jesus.
on Tiffany Marie. If you got something to say to Tiffany Marie, go to Tiffany Marie's.
Has nothing to do with what we're talking about
But I
here.
will, hey, Kimberly, I'm going to give you kudos. I'm going to give you some kudos right here because you used to just hit copy and paste and remember what it would say? Do you remember what it would say? I love Laura. Laura loves me. She's been very good to me. I've never had a problem with Laura. I love Laura. Purple heart, purple heart. So I'm glad to see that you can type something other than that. So kudos to you, kid. Yeah, she could just block Tiffany. That would work too.
Yep, that would work.
But guys, I really do. I'm going to shut this down. I did want to let my people, not my people. Gosh, why do I say that? I did want to let my supporters, my friends, anybody on YouTube know that I did not drink and drive. So I did not endanger any lives. I do not agree with that. Like I said, I did it when I was younger. I got caught. Shame on me. I paid my consequence. Um, I'm also not a racist. I love everybody. Don't judge you based on skin, financials, religion, none of it. You're good to me, I'm good to you. Period. That's how that goes. Read True Helpers, that's important. Okay. Galway Girl, you're simply awesome. Oh, and FYI, everyone, just don't take over 40 milligrams of zinc a day. It will cause an upset stomach, plus can cause other issues. Okay. Good idea. Okay, that's cool. I do 10 drops in a glass of water, but I don't know how many milligrams it is. That's just what it says on the label. And you can't taste it. So you too, Steph. Yeah, I gotta go check my beans.
You too,
dead
Stephanie. Have a good one, hon.
I'm dead ass serious here. So you guys have a fantastic Sunday. Let's hope that dudes are quiet and people are having fun somewhere. I'm probably gonna curl up and watch a crime show or something because it's nasty here and it's cold and I'm ready to get under the covers. And where did I buy my zinc drops? Actually, I got them over Amazon. I got them on Amazon, but I saw them in CVS after I bought them on Amazon. Same price. And you can't taste them. Just put them in a bottle of water. Drink your bottle of water. Thank you, Blackhearted. Drink your bottle of water. You got your zinc. So, Tawanda, thank you for coming up. You know I'll talk to you shortly. Everybody else, thanks for coming in. Sarah, start a live. Samantha B just said, Sarah, start a live. If Sarah does go live, please join Sarah over on Serendipity, if that's who she's talking about. And I'll see you guys around the tubes.
See you guys. Have a
Bye,
good
guys.
day, buddy. Love ya. Bye-bye.
Bye, Tawanda.